What's going on, everyone? My name is Nicholas Merton here at DataDash, and today is September 25th of 2017. Well, folks, as you all know, Bitcoin has had some pretty positive price action today, and I've gotten a multitude of requests to cover an update on the market, so instead of waiting all the way till Friday, I thought I might as well give a quick update on Bitcoin. I know a lot of you are concerned, am I still caught on the idea of the bear market, or, am I going all in? Am I switching my crypto? And I understand a lot of you are worried about it. And I'll be honest, this isn't exactly the price action I expected. So I will go ahead and say that, look, I'm sorry. I thought we'd see more quick sell side action with this kind of topping over. On a technical standpoint, that would have been the call to make. However, sometimes Bitcoin can surprise folks. And again, I really want to emphasize before we dive deep into this, because I've got some comments on my previous videos where you all were like, Nick, you told me to do this. Oh, you told me it was going to go down. Folks, I'm not perfect. I'm no whiz at cryptocurrencies. You've got to keep that in mind when you make trades and investments. I'm not meaning that in a mean sense, but I'm really just trying to talk on a one-on-one basis here, folks. This is kind of a time period where I just want to sit down and let you all know I'm not perfect on everything. Now, we've made some great calls on this channel. We are more consistently, positive in our returns than negative, but sometimes I make a wrong call, and I do apologize for that. So don't follow me one by one. Don't follow everything I do. Apply your own technical analysis, do your own research, and make it your own. Okay. So, again, just want to really emphasize that. Now, on the topic of Bitcoin here, a lot of you are curious as to whether or not I still think we are in bear market. I don't think we have completely switched over to the positive side. For example, if we go ahead and turn on the MACD here, if we turn on the MACD on the chart, this is a very good indicator. We still haven't gotten the MACD cross confirmation. And what we want to look for before we get the major run-up and breakout, before we actually go through and invest a lot of money, we want to look for the crossing, and we want to see a holding, kind of like we saw back here. Because if it happens too quick, much like it happened over here, and we don't get the MACD crossing, we don't hold it for a while, we're not getting price strength confirmation. It could be too much price action too quick. And for example, I'll give you a good point of what that looks like. For example, this candle here, look at the volume that was behind it, compared to this one, where we had practically a little more price action, I'll give it that, but the volume was much more immense. The buy side was much more immense. This right here wasn't enough volume to sustain the type of return we saw that day. And right now, we're not seeing major breakout volume. So again, we have to be a little cautious here, not, rush, oh my gosh, Bitcoin's go up 7%, I got to readjust my whole portfolio. A lot of people are watching the charts too much, okay? That's the one recommendation I can give to you all. Don't panic at the charts, okay? So let's go ahead and take a look at the hourly here. Now, if you had been following the strategy we talked about on this channel, we said that if Bitcoin were to get back over, you remember the 200 hours, the major indicator we're watching, it kept on seeing resistance once it passed down below the 200 hour. And I was saying, if you see it get above there and actually, really start to get some solidified price action above it, you'll most likely see it uptick just as much as you would see it sell off. See how right when it passed there, we started seeing drastic sell-off, and right when we finally got a little bit of price action over it, whereas we saw resistance here, we got a major breakout, and the buy side came in. The 200 hour was the indicator everyone was watching in this market. So it's understandable why we got so much volume coming in, over 3,000 Bitcoin traded, and then some sell side action to kind of cool down after it. Now, going on essential strategy here, I will say there is one thing that's giving me more confidence than negativity. Actually, I'll give two things. The first one is that there has been a lack of FUDing. News hasn't been coming out. Like it's been pretty quiet in the crypto scene. And usually when things have kind of gotten quiet after all of the FUDing, that's when you can start to see, okay, market's going to go back and swing things. But the other thing that really makes me optimistic more than negative, and I'll be fair, seeing as I was just a few days ago calling for a bear market continuation, is that a lot of the ICOs are bottoming. And that does affect Bitcoin's price. Bitcoin correlates with them. Not only is Bitcoin itself, and if we go to the daily, if it does continue to go up from here and come above these highs over the next day or so, I'm going to pretty much be yes, this is bullish confirmation. Let's swing our positions to cheap altcoins. But for now, until we pass that, Bitcoin's still just kind of slowly going up. But the altcoins are really what's making me optimistic. We go to NEO here. NEO is riding upwards. It had a great day today. Actually, I think at its peak it was around like 16 or 18%. Right now, up 14% comparative to Bitcoin, with a lot of volume coming in comparative to the past few days. Very nice. When we say go, as much as I'm calling for this to pull back even more, honestly, I don't know if it will because it's holding pretty good. I was hoping for a straight sell-off. We might not get that though. We might have to wait a little while. Quantum, if we zoom in here, doing good. It seems like it's bottomed at 200,000 Satoshis. 10x, a great example. 10x has bottomed down here and is now back in this range. So if you bought up here and if you're patient, you're back in the money. So again, there's a lot of coins that are holding in strong. Litecoin finally looks like it caught some support at 1,300,000 Satoshis. We go to Lisk here. Lisk hasn't seen a sell-off yet. Civic, sorry, I guess they don't have much price action on Bittrex. Civic holding in decent. Again, so we'll also go to Ripple as well. Ripple's doing fine as well. It's holding in there. And Ethereum. Ethereum's been actually trending up. I'm going to talk about a trade on Ethereum soon, so stay tuned for that. But again, folks, a lot of these coins are holding pretty well, and they're waiting to see, as always, if Bitcoin's really done selling off. I don't know if we're just at the bullish scenario yet. Now, as you all know, if you go back to my video, a lot of you were saying like Nick, like never sell Bitcoin. I always tell you I don't sell my Bitcoin position really. If I, for example, cash out of altcoins and it goes to Bitcoin, then I'll convert that to Tether if I build my Tether position. And as well as I always keep some Bitcoin and some altcoins. I usually never get rid of that. And the reason I do that is because I want to hold that solidified for the long term. Those are long-term positions. NEO, for example, I'm benefiting a lot from NEO going up because I held it. I've told you, I'm not selling my NEO. Same as my Bitcoin. I'm holding that long term. When I cash out of my altcoin positions, it's my swing trades and a few altcoins that I think I've either made a good profit on or it's like, look, I need to get out. Like it's just the market looks like it's going to go down. So again, I'm not flipping everything over. I did add some altcoin positions to Leviat to make it a little more even compared to just being a huge fiat position and waiting for Bitcoin to drastically pull back. I don't know if we are going to get the 200-day pullback unless we get the news cycles coming out, unless we get the catalyst to pull it back. It's going to stay in this kind of twilight zone where there's low volume, there's inconsistent price action, and we're going to have to wait and see if the market really does take direction soon. Again, I want to emphasize my position with you all. I want to make it clear with you all because I feel like in the past, maybe I haven't made it clear enough with you all, and I really want to build that communication with you all. I'm currently holding about 50% cash right now between USD Tether and physical cash. I know a lot of you disagree with USD Tether and stuff. I get that, but generally speaking, on the sidelines, 50%, 25%, or sorry, around 20% Bitcoin. I always hold my 20% Bitcoin position, and 30% is in altcoins right now. I added some to my NEO position. I added some ARK. I added some Litecoin. I mean, there's a few different coins added, and of course, as you all know, I made a position on Neblio recently, which is the cryptocurrency I recently covered on my channel. So, again, I try to keep up to date with you all. It's always changing. This market is so fast. And I try to keep it as transparent as I can. But if you're in this for the long term, for the majority of you who are long-term investing, if you're trading, you got to use your own technical analysis. You really got to take what I say with a grain of salt and adjust your strategy to how you want to do it. But for the long-term investors, no need to panic. If you bought anywhere down here, like we were saying, around the $3,400 area or even lower, I know some of you got it 3,000. I mean, folks, you're doing well on your trade. You're almost up 33% if Bitcoin goes to 4,000. Even if you just held Bitcoin, I bet your altcoin positions have made it so you're up 40 or 50%. So again, no reason to panic. No reason to panic, everyone. We're all doing good. We're thinking long term. And so far, I've actually, my Bitcoin comparative ever since the pullback up here, I've been doing fine. If we just follow those strategies. What we might have missed here, if you did pull out your positions, is minuscule compared to what we saved being able to get out at 5,000 and get in around the low 3,000s. So play the bigger swings. Move most of your positions on the bigger swings. Don't do it for like minimal ones, guys. Maybe move some to Tether and some to cash or fiat and wait if you think that pullback is going to come. We could still very well see it. This is an absolutely bullish price action, and if this wicks gets larger and the candle closes lower, I'm not going to feel very confident in it. And the run-up came pretty quick as well, so we got to keep that in mind. If this doesn't hold very well and it comes back down and it can't find support at the 200 hour and it breaks through it again, expect the bear market. That indicator, though, this right here, if you all want something to take away from the video, that's the indicator you got to watch. Again, let me repeat it one more time. If we see it break through the 200 hour, back in bear market. If we see it pull back and it gets support at the 200 hour, if the 200 hour starts to curve up, finds support and continues up, Most likely we're in bear market and we're looking for a close at that point above 4,100 over here. That would be a nice cup of price action, and we'd be going probably to new highs. So everyone, I'd like to know what you all think about the market down below. Get a discussion going. As always, you know I like hearing from you, and I'll try to get back to any messages that you guys have down in the comments down below. But what do y'all think about the market? Do you think that this is a confirmation on the bull run? Do you think the positivity in NEO and a lot of other altcoins is a sign that we're going back to the bull side and we're going to new highs? Love to hear what y'all think down in the comments down below and why you feel that way. But until then, everyone, I will see you all in the next video. Stay tuned.